In this tutorial we will see the attachments over the tibia. Here this is the anterior aspect of the tibia. Okay, we know this is the upper end, this is the shaft, and this is the lower end. First we will see the attachment over the medial condyle. So this is the upper end. Here in this slide you can see this is the medial condyle. So in the upper border there is attachment of the capsular ligament, okay, anteriorly. Okay, here you can see the capsular ligament. In the posterior surface of the medial condyle, okay, so here this is a medial condyle, this is the posterior surface, this is the anterior part or the anteriorly aspect of the medial condyle, this is the posterior surface of the medial condyle. Here there is an insertion of the semimembranosus muscle. Okay, these two attachment over the medial condyle. Now we will see the attachment over the lateral condyle. So this is the lateral condyle. Here you can see in the lateral condyle, also in the upper border, also it gives the attachment to the capsular ligament. Okay, this is anterior aspect, this is a posterior aspect. Here this iliotibial tract that is attached over the anterior surface. Okay, this is the iliotibial tract. In the posterior surface of the lateral condyle, okay, in the capsule of the knee joint there is a gap for the tendon of popliteus. Okay, so here the groove on the posterior surface of the lateral condyle is occupied by the tendon of popliteus. Okay, that is the about medial condyle and the lateral condyle. Now we will see here, this is the intercondylar area from the above. Okay, this is the anterior aspect and this is the posterior aspect. So here what are the attachment from the anterior to posterior? This is the anterior horn of medial meniscus, anterior cruciate ligament, anterior horn of lateral meniscus, posterior aspect or in the posterior part of the intercondylar area. Here this is the intercondylar eminence. Posterior to the intercondylar eminence there is a posterior horn of lateral meniscus, posterior horn of medial meniscus, and lastly this is the posterior cruciate ligament. Okay, there is one mnemonic to remember the attachment over the intercondylar area from anterior to posterior. M stands for the medial, the anterior horn of medial meniscus. College, C stand for the cruciate ligament, anterior cruciate ligament. So take initial, medical, college. Third is a L, L stands for Lucknow, Lucknow. L is for lateral meniscus. So anterior horn of lateral meniscus. So here medical, college, Lucknow, and in the posterior part Lucknow medical college. So posterior horn of lateral meniscus, that is Lucknow medical, that stands for the medial meniscus, posterior horn, Lucknow medical college. C stands for cruciate ligament, so posterior cruciate ligament. So again medical, college, Lucknow, Lucknow medical college. Okay, so by this you can remember the attachment over the intercondylar area. Okay, now attachment over the tibial tuberosity. Here this is a patellar ligament. Okay, so this patellar ligament, also called the ligamentum patellae, is attached to the upper smooth part of the tibial tuberosity. Okay, this lower area is a subcutaneous. Okay, and here there is a infrapatellar fat. Now we will see the attachment over the shaft. Okay, this is the anterior border, the anterior aspect. Okay, this is a lateral border, so this is the lateral surface. So the lateral surface of the shaft in the upper 2/3 of the lateral surface, there is the origin of the tibialis anterior muscle. Okay, now the medial surface of the shaft does not have any attachment and it is subcutaneous throughout. In the upper part of the medial surface, from before backward, okay, here you can see from before backward, first muscle, this is a sartorius, next gracilis, third semitendinosus, and lastly one ligament, there is a tibial collateral ligament. Okay, so these are the attachment. Now we will see the posterior aspect. So as we have discussed, in the posterior aspect, this is a soleal line. Okay, the area above the soleal line, area below the soleal line. Area below the soleal line having the vertical ridge which divide into the medial part and the lateral part. Okay, so the soleal line give origin to the soleus muscle. Okay, above the soleal line there is an insertion of the popliteus. Here there is an insertion of the popliteus muscle above the soleal line. Here this is a vertical ridge divide the lateral surface and this is the medial surface. So here from the vertical ridge there is a two part, medial part and the lateral part. Okay, so here in the lateral part there is a origin of the tibialis posterior, while medial part gives origin to the flexor digitorum longus. Okay, in the rough upper part, here you can see this is a capsule, this is a fibular facet, and this is a capsule of the superior tibiofibular joint. Okay, here there is a capsule of the tibiofibular joint. Okay, so that is about the shaft. Now we will see the lower end, the relation. Okay, so here this is the anterior aspect, this is the lower end, anterior aspect of the lower end. Okay, so we will see from the medial to lateral. So this is a medial, this is medial malleolus, so this is a medial part. So from medial to lateral, what are the relations of the anterior surface of lower end of the tibia? First structure, that is a tendon of tibialis anterior. Second, tendon of extensor hallucis longus. Then one artery, anterior tibial artery. One nerve, deep peroneal nerve. Again muscle, tendon of extensor digitorum longus. And lastly the tendon of peroneus tertius. So these are the relation of the anterior surface of the lower end of the tibia. Okay, if you want to remember the mnemonic, then there is one mnemonic. Okay, the hospitals are never dirty places. T stands for tibialis anterior tendon of, H stands for tendon of extensor hallucis longus, A stands for artery, anterior tibial artery, N stands for deep peroneal nerve, D stands for tendon of extensor digitorum longus, and P stands for tendon of peroneus tertius. The hospitals are never dirty places. Now we will see the posterior aspect of the lower end. So here this is the posterior aspect of the lower end. Here what are the relations? So this is the medial malleolus, so it is lies medially. So medial to lateral there is one muscle, tibialis posterior. This is the flexor digitorum longus, posterior tibial artery, tibial nerve, and flexor hallucis longus. Okay, these are the relations of the posterior aspect of lower end of the tibia. Okay, so these are all the relations that you have to remember. Now we will see the ossification of the tibia. The tibia ossifies from one primary center and two secondary center. So here upper end of the tibia, the secondary center appears just before birth. Okay, so there is a medico-legal importance of the lower end of the femur and upper end of the tibia that we have discussed. So here also in applied anatomy, also the upper end of the tibia is very much prone to have the osteomyelitis. Okay, acute osteomyelitis. And also the tibia is very much prone to have fracture in the upper 2/3 and lower 1/3. This is the junction. Okay, so that is all about the attachments over the tibia. Thank you.